Folks, you know I like to stay away from gossip and rumors and all that type of stuff, but we got some trouble brewing in Golden State. Steve Kerr made comments, and I talked about it at the back half of yesterday's video, which has 9,000 views, 150 comments. Thank you. Y'all love that video, breaking down the potential trade of the youngsters JK, Brandin Podziemski, Moses Moody, their stats from last year and this year. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Well, Steve Kerr made comments about these youngsters playing with Kerr, and Brandin made very questionable comments back. He clarified them. We're going to break it down. And then Jonathan Kaminga went on social media and had a very cryptic post that has people swirling that they think a trade is coming for Kaminga. So we're going to share all of it on this episode of Warriors Digest. If you're not a rumors, you're not a gossip type of person, this is not the episode for you. I'm just giving you straightforward. However, if you want to stay in tune with everything happening in Warriors land, that's what we do in Warriors Digest. Tonight, we play the Pacers, and we'll have a full breakdown after the game. So we'll get back to the stats for there. But my goal is, folks, to keep you guys up to date on everything in Warriors land, and that's what we're doing. So in case you missed the back half of that video, let's go over what Kerr said and prompted, potentially, what Brandin and JK posted on social media. So Kerr said this, folks. And this was after the game against Minnesota, that we're trying to impart on our young players. We have Steph Curry on our team. Pass him the ball. Move the ball. If Steph gets it early because he's gaining an advantage, now the defense is scrambling, which I agree with. This is how we've played for 10 years, and it's important for young players to understand. We don't need contested 17-footers with 12 seconds on the shot clock. That's a bad shot. I talked to our guys about this during several timeouts. It's something we have to recognize and get better at. Now, folks, I see all the comments that it says fire Kerr, 10 years, long enough, it's time to go. I don't think the answer personally is firing Kerr. I think a new coach obviously helps give you a lift, different schemes, but these players aren't playing to their potential. As I broke down in yesterday's video, Kaminga, Moody, and Podziemski are all having career lows compared to last year, which is schemes. Curry's not playing to the same level. He's 36 now, older. Draymond's been hurt, defensively good, but he gave us a 0-0-0 game against Memphis. Looney is getting his rebounds. So there are some flaws to this. You lost Melton. Dennis coming in. How is he going to help? He's not going to change the game. He's just a fitting piece. There are some things that we need to change player-wise to be successful. One, potentially another second proven scorer. That should have been Kaminga around 20-25 a game. Right now, he's not there. And a big man who can shoot and stretch the floor. So I see the comments, but I don't think Kerr being fired is the issue. Now, I get what Kerr is saying here about the young players playing with him. And we have seen this season, we're shooting the ball a little bit too quick in the shot clock. Brandin is putting up shots he should or shouldn't be putting up. More likely should not. Keep passing the ball. Strength in numbers. Warriors are the best when they have high assists and they're moving the ball around. The defense is scrambling. When they're scrambling, trying to be successful to guard us, and we're going to get the best shot open. Kerr continued. And I'm going to get to Brandon's quote in a second. I'm getting to JK. I want to give you guys the context. When you have Steph Curry on your team, you pass the ball. Because if you pass 2 or 3 times, the defense is scrambling, as we talked about. So this is a choice we have as the Warriors. We either can do that and win games, or we can shoot a bunch of 15-foot contested shots in the middle of the shot clock and be a lousy NBA team. It's up to us, and we're hammering that point home with our team. Terry Stouts is your offensive guy. Jerry Stackhouse is your defensive guy in terms of coaching. So this is Terry and Steve Kerr trying to get this done. When Brandin Podziemski at his post-game press conference after the Wolves was asked about Steve Kerr he said this: I don't really think, I just play. When I'm out there, if I'm open, I shoot it. If not, I make a play. I don't really think too much into it. I know we have Steph Curry on the court. If he's open, I'm going to throw him the ball. I don't really look too deep into the messaging. So people took that as like he doesn't care about Steph Curry, doesn't care about this team. He does what he wants. Now, personally, I didn't think he needed to clarify his comments. I get why people may be mad about it, but I did not think it needed to be clarified. So Brandin said on his Instagram, this is on his Twitter, to clarify and for further context, Steph is Steph, and I've been very open with my respect for him on and off the court. He's a legend and a GOAT for a reason. On the court, you have to be cautious against overthinking everything. You have to trust your work, do what the coaches tell you, and make a good IQ play. At times, that's a pass, taking a shot, or even making a good screen to free up a teammate. So you just play and work to make good decisions consistently. A lot of times, this will end up being passing the ball to a wide open Steph or a teammate with opportunities there to just doing whatever is needed to win. So Brandin felt the need to have to clarify his comments. I did not take offense to it personally. I get what he was saying. He's like, look, I get what Kerr's saying. Let's get Steph the ball. Let's move the ball around. But sometimes you have to make the right play for yourself in the flow of the game. Now, again, Brandin is shooting less than 30% from three. His free throws are around 75%. His twos aren't that good in terms of field goal percentage. So, maybe he does need to pass the ball a bit more. He has missed some open threes, but he's also trying to make plays himself and doing that with the second team. Last year, he had Chris Paul next to him. He had Steph Curry next to him. So he's probably putting a bit onus on him. And that's where Dennis Schroder coming in, Steve Kerr has talked about taking the pressure off of him. So let me know your thoughts, guys, on what Brandin Podziemski said. And then Jonathan Kaminga last night on Instagram posted a photo montage of him with, as you can see right here, the deuces peace sign emoji 3 times and the song Papa Wemba, Show Me the Way. A lot of people are speculating this means he may be on his way out. Maybe he's saying, hey, I'm not playing the minutes I want to play. Maybe he knows about rumors of him being a part of the trades, and he's saying, go take me to a team. And I see a lot of comments that y'all put in here. Again, keep doing it. We'd love to see it and talk about and debate it. That you think Kuminga needs to go. Let him be free on a team where he'll get 30 to 35 minutes a game. And we see here with the Warriors, he plays 30-plus minutes. That game against the Rockets, he had 33 points once a game. Put the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter. He drives and makes plays happen. Helps take some pressure off of Steph Curry. Again, I broke it down in the last video. His three-point shooting is not where it's said. I said beginning of the season, summer, he needs to be around 40%. I saw some people saying, you think that's too high? He said all offseason, he was shooting, practicing becoming a better three. He wanted to be around 40%. That's why I said it. Currently, he's around like 32%. His twos are down because he's taking more threes. His field goal percentage is down because he's taking more threes. He's not just doing layups and getting to the rack. His free throws percentage is below 70. It's like even right there, or I think in the 60s. Not good enough. He needs to shoot the ball better. And, he does have a ring. He won the ring in 2022 as a rookie. So it's not like he needs to sit here and try to ring chase with the Warriors. But if he thinks his better place is out, again, Warriors did not give him 35 to 40 million. He was asking for reportedly. Warriors reportedly offered him 30 million. Then you know what? If you don't think he's worth it, right now Kaminga's on a $7 million salary. You go ahead and trade him. Hopefully he's not a part of a Wiggins deal, but you could do him. You could put in potentially GP2s around 9 million. Looney around 9 million. Again, I'm not saying make those trades. That's how you add the numbers up to get the 16, 20 million. You could get someone who's a better fit for the team now. And then you have that 30, 40 million in the offseason to go get a player you think is a better fit for the future if Kuminga's not that guy. Very cryptic by Kuminga, and I respect Brandin going out on Twitter and having to say what he said. I didn't think it was warranted, but he wanted to clarify what he wanted to clarify. So comment your thoughts, folks. What do you think? Again, a little bit more of a gossip, and I get my channel's not meant to be gossip, but I try to keep Warriors fans in tune. Not everyone lives in the U.S. who's on this channel. We have a very big international contingent. You may not see everything, and that's my goal, is to keep you up to date, and we'll keep you up to date with how the Pacer Warrior game goes tonight. See you in the next episode.